Okay, we're here for episode 13 of the Lucky Dogs podcast, and we're recapping Sandown on the weekend. And what a weekend it was! It had a little bit of everything, just like Gold Coast. I think that it threw up a lot of curveballs to a lot of guys, and that finals format I definitely reckon is bringing the heat. But interesting weekend overall. It was a pretty long weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually. It's probably a bit longer for you now that you're part of the finals thing and I got knocked out. So the media they leave everyone else alone now and focus on the finalist up until that point. So, but it is a long. It's still a long weekend, isn't it? For not much driving.
Did it? I was just actually thinking: did it feel any different not being in the finals now compared
100%.
to Gold Coast? Yeah, it did.
Massive.
The pressure was off.
No, sorry, not from a pressure point of view, but from like a media point of view.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But from a pressure point of view, I don't know. Definitely, it was like a weird weekend. It was. I saw a lot of finalists like running into each other.
Yeah.
And like really, and I sort of just got like left alone until the last race when myself and
Nick
got into it. But yeah,
I just feel like the intensity has just been so high. Like since Gold Coast, like just even inside our team, like you're just going each weekend. You're like, I can't make a mistake. And even though I'm sure nobody wants to make a mistake, but I'm sure the guys outside of the finalists, if something doesn't quite go your way, it's not really ruining the championship now sort of thing. Like you're going out there just trying to win races, I'm guessing.
Yeah, like for us, we're just going out to try to get the best results we can. And then like that Sandown was such a weird weekend because the 2 fifths that I got in my 2 races, which is nothing special, would have put me through to the final 4 if I was still in the final 4.
Yeah, that's true. And then it's even Anton got a 2nd and an 8th.
Yeah, exactly.
So like his was pretty good results. Yep. So that, it would have been very hard for even like a Matt Payne, a Cam Waters with their results on the weekend to get through anyway if you guys were still in.
Yeah, but if I was in the final 4, I would have got raced, you would have got raced differently. So it's easy to say now, but it was just interesting. Like it was like an A pack and then a B pack. It was like so strange.
Oh, and you soon learn who's your friends out there kind of thing because someone will just like be like, nah, don't care, blocking you and all that. And you're like, come on, let me pass. I'm trying to get to the next finalist. But then there's one guy that'll be like, Percat, I guess he signed with us and he'll be like, no, I'm not going to make it hard for you. So it's definitely been interesting. But yeah, I think 100% the finals has brought a fair bit of excitement to the category right now. And I think, not that I was against it last year. I was a bit questionable on it, but I think so far it's been quite entertaining. And, hopefully the fans are enjoying it because behind the wheel and in the teams, it's definitely brought the intensity.
Yeah, I reckon. From my point of view, I feel like in past years, it's like everyone has... everyone's reinvigorated for a start of a season, right? New hope for their favourite driver, favourite team, vice versa. And you get to a point 3/4 of the way in the season and you sort of know who's going to, win the championship. It was like, I don't know, last year I knew that you were going to do it. And then the year before it was like 3/4 of the way through, you could sort of see like the progression of who was going to do what basically. And I guess, if we go back to the old point system, Brock's like almost 300 points ahead or something. Yep. So it's like, would you drop viewers with the old system? And I think this new system is so, I don't know, there's like a whole different vibe in the pit lane. You'd have to agree, right? Like everyone's so...
But I wouldn't used to care. Like I wouldn't used to be like, oh, am I starting around Matt Payne and Cam Waters? Because if they crash me out, then they might be through. I wouldn't used to care. You know what I mean? I'd just be out there like, oh yeah, currently 3rd in the championship. Maybe I can get to 2nd. I might get Matt Payne, but we'll just go out there and try a race. I'm not like far out. Who's around me? Oh God, I'm coming up on Cam. Is he going to hit me? Is Matt Payne going to try to take me out? Like there's so many things inside the car now that you have to think about and really try and make sure that if you make a pass on one of those guys, you do it fast and you get away from them fast because you're like, it's quite easy to happen. We'll probably go through the Waters and Payne clash again later, but there's so much that it's bringing to the table. So I see a fair few comments online saying, this new format sucks and that. And I think that's our older fan generation that have been around with, the old system. And the old system was great. It was the most consistent car, but I think we needed to do something to the sport to really bring a bit of hype back to it. And I think that they've done that. Like it's been good. And, going to Adelaide with 4 guys to win the championship, that's that hasn't happened for years. Like we spoke about it on here. I remember the Jamie Whincup, Scotty McLaughlin, Newcastle. That was an awesome weekend. I remember that every time. That race weekend where I don't remember when Shane won the championship and all of that because he'd won it before.
Yeah, they're not memorable. Whereas now, I feel like from now on, it's going to be this every year.
Oh, there's going to be upsets.
Yeah.
Like, anything could happen this weekend. We get in a crash and Kai wins, like that will be a thing that goes down in history, and there's going to be upsets. At one year there's going to be, it's like you getting knocked out, you could have snuck through like Kai, and then you're into the final four and could have had a chance. So I think it's pretty cool. I actually, leading into the weekend, a few people probably saw, but I was like, everyone's been joking about it. Who's going to help me out there? Who's going to, give me a hand? And I was like, surely I can take the piss a little bit, and I'm going to pretend to bring down a bunch of cash and hand it out to the drivers to see if anyone... Well, yeah. Who knows? There might have been cash in there. No one will ever know. But, I was like, I'll just hand it out to anyone that's not in the finals now who can help me. And Woody was hilarious. His one was great. Hey, how he's like, he looks in the bag and he's like, yep, we're good. and then he didn't even help me at all. But that was a good little bit of fun heading into the weekend. But I think a few people got a bit of a laugh off that.
Well, that did lead into another message, didn't it?
What's that?
The misconduct.
Oh, the misconduct.
Yeah, no misconduct, €250K fine.
Yeah, actually, I got to try and find that while we're talking about it, because it was obviously Cam came out. It was a bit after both. So obviously I'm joking that we're going to pay people off to try and get through. And then I think Cam came out saying, yeah, we'll go out there today, race hard and take a few people out. And then Woody obviously held me up for Chaz. And I think Motorsport Australia for them and the FIA and everything, one, you can't fix a race. So you can't try and make sure that, I'm not sure how that works, pretty much. Can't fix the race. And on the other thing is you can't take someone out deliberately. If anything's looked at being deliberate, like like NASCAR seem to get away with it, but over here, we can rub now, and we've definitely loosened the rules up a bit there, but you can't just punt someone off to try and get through, which kind of happens in NASCAR, and they sent this message. I will find it. Where is the driver's chat?
It was any malicious behaviour, any misconduct.
Will pretty much, I think
equal
it was
a €250K fine. Which I don't know if they've worked out.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of money when it's a lot of money in general, but you convert it as well, and I'm going to have to take a loan.
How much they think we earn here.
I'm going to have to sell my house. Like, plane's gone. Not buying anything new, but that was interesting, and I think there was also that you could be disqualified from an event, or not
correct.
Race at the next event. So that was pretty big. But I think that once again, this new format was the talk behind in the drivers' chat and probably in the drivers was that people were going to help each other. And I felt like it probably wasn't a bad thing them putting that out, because someone like poor old Randall maybe might have been out and Cam has to get in and the team asked him to do something, and then he's the one.
A team's never going to ask someone.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
Not take someone out, but make it hard.
Oh, nah, I don't. Well, I mean, you can make it hard anyway. It's called racing.
That's true.
You don't. That's not misconduct. Like what Ryan did to you, that's not.
Oh, it was complete misconduct.
He's not. He's trying to defend his position at the end of the day. Like,
I agree.
There's so many different arguments and stuff. Like when I read it, I just laughed at it and went like,
yeah, you can always get away with it. Like they're never going to be able to penalise you because unless you just turn hard right down the straight and take someone out.
Yeah, no one's going to turn around and go backwards around the rock.
Turns
around the racetrack.
Go find them, parks down at Dandenong Road, and then just creeps out and takes them out.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I think.
Actually, it has happened in the past, actually. Not turning Paul Morrison Super 2 left the pits 5 laps down in Perth and took someone.
And sometimes you feel like it. Like, you know what I mean? When someone takes you out, you're like, I'm going to wait a lap for that guy. And then you're like, actually, I'm not allowed to do that. But it is interesting. I thought it was interesting that coming through, but I do think everyone was talking it up for a while there, so it probably wasn't bad that. Yeah, and it's good. It's good for the press. Like obviously Cam coming out and saying that, a lot of people.
And he was close to pulling it off.
He was close to pulling it off.
He was close.
Yeah.
So I don't know if many people realised that he had to beat Matt by 10 positions and beat Kai by 1 to make it into the final 4. So when he was racing Matt, he had to literally beat him by 10 spots to clear him to make it into the final 4.
Oh, he nearly got it perfectly.
So, I don't know if Matt knew that at that point, but that's a pretty easy.
He must have known it. If the team didn't tell him that, I'd love to hear the radio chat to see what they were telling Matt, because he knew Cam was going to race him hard.
I think Matt asked his team when I went back through the because we record all the radios from all the, I guess, teams.
Yep.
And I think at Gold Coast he was asking where they were in points and what he had to do to make it through, and the team didn't have the answer. And he was pretty animated, so maybe they didn't have the answer, but surely you would do.
We put a fair bit of effort into making sure that I guess we had a way, I don't know if it's a program or that, of making sure you could see what you were in the championship points. I'd be very surprised if they didn't have something like that. Like
It's pretty easy to have a spreadsheet running live.
That's right. Like I just can't understand how they wouldn't have something. And I think Cam was always going to race him extremely hard in the circumstances he was in. So if he's got a, like I know at the time you're thinking, oh, people are catching us, like other people are catching us, and that leaves me more risk to get taken out. And we can all sit here and say, why'd you even bother trying to pass him? Because I really think Matt got the move done cleanly, and then Cam just stuck it in at 4 to try, and that's the only option he had.
Yeah, that's
the only option he had.
He's trying to race for a championship, and that's just what he's got to do. So at the end of the day, I don't know. It's just racing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I don't like.
I loved it. I loved it watching it. When I saw
did you pick up two spots and you're like, how good's this?
No, but I saw it starting to happening, and I was just like, this is this would be great for people watching. Like, it's hard. Like, yeah, some people might think it's. I guess purists may think it's not fair, but I mean, Cam's trying to get back into the championship 4. That's what it takes.
Which, if he didn't get a puncture, he's
a professional race car driver. So
yeah. So if he just didn't. I don't know how bad the puncture was, but if he didn't get that, that move would have got him into the final 4 pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe you can refine it a bit later, you know.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into the weekend. We'll go through start to finish, and I guess practice when we rolled out. I don't know. For me, the track didn't feel as good as last year. Like when we go to different tracks and that sort of stuff, we usually roll out with a bit of muscle memory and sort of we remember what last year was like, and we try and set the cars up around that. And Sandown's been really good for us. But we rolled out, and I don't know, like I was locking fronts a lot. It was quite loose out there. I was like, oh, this, I think it was the same for everyone because we weren't that far off the pace. Like the car or the track didn't feel very good, but we weren't a long way off the pace. So I'm guessing it was feeling the same for everyone. Or
I felt pretty good in P1, but then P2 was horrendous for me. We had a few issues, but yeah, I don't know. I think I felt pretty good in P1.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Mine got better, and I guess we're doing super soft to soft. So some people, it's hard.
That was confusing.
Oh no, I just don't understand how we spend so much money going racing. How can't we just all have brand new tyres going to the weekend? Like I know it's going to be like an extra 2 sets of tyres a weekend, would it be?
Yeah.
Which is like what, $2,500? Oh, they're not even dear, are they?
No, they're not.
They're
like
not
fully
dear compared to.
I don't know the price, but it's yeah.
I thought it was like $1,400 or something for a set. Maybe
I don't know, it would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like it's just. I think it's confusing for us as teams, so it's got to be confusing for fans at home going when we're talking on they come and interview us and we're like, oh yeah, we're P5 or we're P. Whatever, we're position 15, but we think we're running a super soft where everyone else is running a soft, ours rolled. Like, if you could just turn up, everyone have green tyres, at least everyone knows who's, if you're 5th, you're probably 5th and whatnot. But I just find it extremely confusing. And running the 2 different compounds, I don't mind that, but just have enough tyres that we can actually run, greens and that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. I wonder if it is a cost thing or I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's. I have no idea on that side. Surely it's easier for the teams as well. They don't take as many tyres home and that sort of stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what we have to store. I mean, I don't know if it must be a cost thing, but at the same time, your team's got an air conditioning room. Our team's got an air conditioning room. Wall Controls would have an air conditioning room. Yep. Everyone has air conditioning rooms to look after all the tyres.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like a environment thing but I know exactly what's worse for the environment.
We're burning a lot of fuel and rubber out there. We're not very good yet. So
I'm just thinking of those cold rooms that we have storing all the tyres running 24/7.
Yeah.
It'd probably just be better just to get one more set of tyres.
Yeah, that's right. It'd make more sense.
It's not like they don't get used afterwards. Most of them go to Norwell anyway and go on the school cars.
Do they?
Yeah, and get run to the ground. Most
yeah,
of them.
right. Oh, well, there we go anyway.
So it's problem solved.
We'd get better tyres for Norwell.
The fans can go to Norwell and get fresher tyres and have a better experience.
That's true. So hopefully I did hear actually maybe that they're trying to talk about working that out for next year because it is a bit confusing. So I've heard that. But quali, obviously, strong point for me.
I'd have to say, congratulations.
Oh, really?
Actually, bring it here.
Thank you.
Congratulations. For
Being inside the
having
top
the
20.
world's car that pretty much drives itself, and you still can't qualify inside the top 15. You useless prick.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't really have an answer for you. I can't. I just wonder how I can be that slow sometimes. Like I was just like, oh, Saturday I was just slow. Like,
Can I point something out?
Yeah.
The race on Saturday, you were literally like 3/10 off your qualifying time, and you went out with a full tank of fuel and race pressures.
Yeah, I don't know how. How's that possible?
I don't know.
My times were ridiculous in the race, but quali, I think they should do like a 10-lap
I
quali.
think you should just learn how to quali.
The consistency over 10 laps, average over 10 laps is your time. That'd really help me. But
just learn how to quali and stop blocking me.
that's tomorrow's one. But so I qualified 15th there and didn't make it through to the shootout. You made it through?
I made it through. Yeah, I was.
What were you? Yeah.
Third or I qualified 4th in the shootout.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was a dry shootout, wasn't it?
It was a dry shootout. Yeah.
Who was pole in that one? Woody.
Woody. Yeah.
Woody, Chaz, Anton, you.
Yeah, me. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. The Walkinshaw car's been doing a good job the last couple of rounds.
Yep. They really turned it up this point, right time of year.
Yeah, like for Woody was on pole. How many poles has he had now? Like he's been doing a good job.
I think a few.
Yeah, well, Gold Coast
here, maybe 5 or something. 4?
Yeah. So that's pretty impressive by him to back up Gold Coast, where I don't think it was his fault that he didn't get through to the final 4, and then to put it on pole for that race there was pretty good. Brock was obviously, which was pretty abnormal for him. He was 6th, I think, or 7th in the shootout. So it just didn't seem to grip up for him. But that's probably the first time really we've seen Brock not qualify 1st or 2nd in a shootout for nearly all year.
Bathurst,
yeah. Yep. Any others? You got anything else for us?
Looking for your next ride or reliable servicing without the hassle? Lancaster Motor Group is your go-to destination. Whether you're after a brand new or quality pre-owned vehicle, great finance options, or expert servicing and parts, they deliver. With a focus on customer satisfaction, transparent deals, and trusted brands, Lancaster makes car buying easy and driving worrying-free. Visit lancastermotors.com.au today to explore your options, book a test drive, or schedule a service.
Yeah, I couldn't even see you guys. I couldn't even see 7th place. Don't worry. Like I was a fair way back. Oh yeah, I want to qualify better. Like, and every time I go into, well, I'm only gone in 2 press conferences. Sorry, but when I go into the press conferences, I always get the question. Oh, so can you tell us what's going on in qualifying? Yeah, like if I could tell you, I'd probably fix it. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that we've worked towards. Like, it's always the same question, but it's so hard to work out what's going wrong. But yeah, so that was quali 15th. I was pretty down. I remember Lownsy coming up and doing the interview with me, and I was like, you just don't want to be interviewed at that time. You know, you got to be.
Yeah, just got away.
And I was talking to Andrew. I was just depressed. I'm like, yep, this is the final 4 over. Like, there's again the pressure of the finals thing. I'm like, yep, all the other finalists have qualified in the top 10. They're all in the shootout. I'm bloody 15th. I'm like, I'm going to struggle here. Lownsy's interviewing me. Oh, what happened? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just slow. Just a typical. And then I was like, I had a bit of confidence from rides though, weirdly enough, because rides, I was around like Brock and a few other people, and I was fast during rides on a used tire. And I'm like to Andrew, the car feels pretty good on used tires though in race trim. So we did a couple of changes for the race, and then the race on Saturday Arvo, I was like, at the start, I was like slowly starting to pick a couple off, but then I think I just saved my tires a bit better than some others, and then I just started coming through. And like Andrew's like to me, yeah, you're 7/10 faster than the guys up front. Make sure you can make this last. And that's like, he's saying like, don't use the tires up too much. And he's like, keeps getting at me, like not getting at me, but he's like, oh mate, you're going a bit fast here. And I'm like, I can drive slower if you want, but I feel like this is what the car can do, and I can keep the tires under it for this long. And he was, because sometimes I go out too fast and then you struggle at the end. So
you're normally pretty good.
Andrew was trying to rein me in, which is what we do. But I couldn't believe how fast the car was. Like, to come from 15th up to 2nd, I really think if Woody wasn't there, I had a pretty good shot at Chaz. But that's the aim of the game. That's what we're in.
That race. I reckon, I want to say it was like when I've come out of my pit stop, or when you come out of the pits, and I saw your headlights and the matte blue, like a straight, like a whole back straight behind. I looked like 3 laps later and you were like half the straight up. And I'm like, what the heck? Because I'm like, I've got my time on my dash and I can see the car in front and I could see it was, who was in front of me? Can't remember who it was, but I wasn't losing much time to them. And actually, I think I was staying the same as what Chaz and Woody were at that point.
I think you and Matt were racing each other at this when I came out.
Yeah,
of the
I was in
pits.
front of Matt.
Yeah, you were in front of Matt.
I was in front of Matt. Matt and I were pretty much the same speed. And then you got by Matt, and then I could see you were catching me, and there was that Super Soft puts heaps of marbles out. So I was like, just go on by, get them. You know, just
Which you copped a bit of shit about that, didn't you? Online?
I did, yeah, because apparently I helped a rival brand. But like, for anyone that doesn't understand, 7/10 a lap, you're gonna pass me anyways. I was just trying to do the fastest thing for me to get home, and that's to not run off.
Yeah, I don't, and like people, everyone wants hard racing, then there's hard racing, and then they're not happy about that and whatnot. But yeah, like you say, is that, you know, for us in the car, we're racing along, like you say, I'm 7/10 faster than you, and you go, yeah, I could block you. You could block me for 2 corners, heat up your tyres,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to get past you anyway.
And then I'm going to lose 3 more spots.
And then you're just going to lose 2 or 3 more spots. And maybe that's a problem with the tyre we're running or whatnot. I don't know. But at the end of the day, like that'll happen in most categories. So for us, if
there's 4 laps to go, I would try.
Yeah.
But there's like
that's right.
25 laps to go.
Yeah.
It's like, I've got to make these tyres last, and I've got 3 guys not too far behind me. So I can either finish 5th or I can finish 8th.
Yeah, you just and 100%, and you'd literally, like, a lot of the time, if I'm ever in that situation, you roll out up the front straight just a little bit to make sure that it's not in a corner where you do get unsettled or anything like that. So yeah, that was an interesting one, but that was a cool race. Like I don't think, I'm not trying to talk up my own stocks, but I haven't seen a car, like my car was obviously amazing. I don't think I've seen a Gen 3 car be that much faster over a race pace than a lot of other Gen 3 cars. You know what I mean? Like it's so... We've all got the same stuff these days, so generally everyone's within a close setup.
I've had one weekend was like that.
Tail and Bend?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yours was like 5/10 quicker than everyone, but usually on a weekend, it's still pretty close, you know what I mean? Like, even like Gold Coast, like Brock won a race, Chaz won a race, and even though I didn't win a race on the weekend because of qualifying, it was quite interesting to have that fast of a car to be like 5/10 a lap faster than people. I don't think we've seen that.
So you're going to fix your qualifying for Adelaide?
Oh, if I qualify top 10, geez. Hopefully they're in a world of hurt then. I qualify pole and go backwards. It's like...
I couldn't believe on the Sunday because I don't know. I wasn't very good on the Saturday race. Then we actually made the car a lot better for Sunday. And then I've gone through like the first part of quali, and it was like, you know, that raining stuff. So the first part of quali, I had used tyres on, and then George made a really late call to put greens on.
We missed one thing, the Woody clash.
Oh,
got to come back to that.
Oh yeah, we have too.
That's all right. So we'll go with the Woody clash, and we'll come to Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, pretty much. I guess we didn't cover it, but Woody, I think that was. Some people were suggesting that I should be unhappy about what Woody did, and I guess I can see that side of it. Like, you know, he stopped me from getting a race win, but also when I came in, like, you got to understand what position they're in. I would do the exact same if I was in his boat. He's trying to get his teammate through to the final 4, get him a win, which means he's automatically locked in the next day. And I don't think you can be unhappy if you would do things.
He's also racing for second place.
He's also racing for second place. So my attitude in racing is that I try not to be unhappy at anyone if I would do the same in their situation. So like somebody just completely taking me out, obviously you'd be unhappy about. But blocking, holding people up, doing certain things, you're like, yeah, I'd do the same in those circumstances. So I thought Woody did a really good job. I was actually on the radio. Andrew was like he's like, come on, focus. Because I'm like, when I passed Brock and I was coming up on him, I'm like, it's like Maverick and Goose out here. He's got his wingman, and I'm just talking shit pretty much about them both being up there. But I was like saying to Andrew, I know it's going to be hard. Woody's going to make it high risk. And to be honest, thinking back on it, maybe it was a bit of a Matt Payne scenario for me. Like,
could have been, yeah.
Maybe I should have just sat in third, because Woody, when I passed him, I could have easily got a puncture there. That happens all the time. And we hit quite hard. And also when he came back on, he did try and get back to my rear bar to hit me, which pretty much, you know, which is fair enough. Well, I don't know if it's fair enough, but we knew it was going to come. He's not in the championship. So maybe I should have just sat there. I didn't have any threat, finished third. So this is the scenario that, you know, a lot of people probably would have said the same as Matt Payne. Oh, Will Brown, why didn't he just sit there if the circumstances didn't end up how they were and I got a puncture or whatnot? But I thought that was an awesome race. Obviously, I didn't win it. Chaz did. He did a great job and he's been on fire, but felt like a win for me coming from 15th to 2nd. I think the race pace and that gave me a lot of confidence going into the next day to really just hit qualifying hard. And I did that.
Well, the fact that we even just talked about that race and the fact that people are talking about that race in general, actually, all the races, everyone's talking about them in the finals. How good's that?
Yeah, it is good. I think it's great. Once again, I think that it just brought a lot of entertainment on the weekend. And, you know, Woody might have blocked that hard, but to be honest, I think if it wasn't finals, Woody wins that race. I think he was the fastest car out there.
He was fast that race.
He was fast. So I think it's the complete opposite is that, yeah, if it wasn't finals, Woody hasn't dropped back to 2nd. I reckon he probably would have passed Chaz, and then I'm more racing Chaz, and then, you know, Chaz would make it hard for sure. But if it's not finals, do you make it that hard? Like, I don't know. So I really think that race was, once again, as exciting due to the finals format.
Fair.
Yeah. And then Sunday, big quali. Now you can talk about it.
What about Brock engine change on Sunday night?
Oh, yeah, we keep jumping all over the shop. Yeah, I did see this online. What did you think? Like, so Brock obviously did an engine change Saturday night, which that happens. We've seen it multiple times throughout the year. But obviously him winning Sunday, everyone was unhappy about the engine change. Like,
why?
Sort of, I agree with you, but this is, I think people will take it more from you if you explain it with being a Ford person, but our engines are so scrutinised that if you have got a problem, which I think he actually did, like he was down on the straights, our engines are so scrutinised. You put another engine in.
How much was he down to you?
Oh, it was a little bit, like, but I couldn't tell. Like sometimes I'd do a different line off turn 4 and have a bit better drive, and sometimes I had a tow, he didn't from where he was done, but it looked like he was definitely down because a few times he had a tow and.
So it must have been like a K and a half or something.
Yeah, it would have been something like that, and it was enough that the team were like.
He obviously must have complained a lot then.
To be honest, he wasn't too bad about it. I think he was quite good for the deficit he was having because
you know we've had that every single round this year.
Nah, you guys are just whinging. It's different. But yeah.
So he changed. So hang on a second. He's roughly a K and a half down, and he's pretty much requested an engine change. He said, I want a different motor.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but
you'd do the same.
Well, I never had to in that thing.
yeah. Well,
doesn't matter.
Well, he did.
Doesn't matter how many engine changes we do this year.
To be honest, the Ford was fast on the weekend in a straight line. I couldn't tow up onto one. It was
normal.
Very fast. Yeah, I couldn't pass one. It was very difficult. But I did pass a couple. But yeah, so that was interesting. So I guess for the people at home,
it was blowing white smoke.
Yeah, there was something
on the shifts because I wasn't too far behind him on the Saturday. Yeah, the Saturday race. I wasn't too far behind him on the Saturday race, and when he was pulling gears, it was blowing like white or black smoke out each shift. So it's probably grabbed like a ring or something.
Yeah,
like a piston ring. So
and the funny thing is that. I saw some comments about how he's put the big motor in. Like I just don't think that people.
Motor. It's 5.7.
Yeah, well that's right, but I just don't think people understand how scrutinised it is. Like they're built by Kari engines, they're sealed. You get an engine. If yours is down, yes, you get to put another engine in, but it's an engine built to specifications.
How much shit you get away with on track? It's probably not sealed.
Yeah, that's right. I gave one of those brown paper bags over. Yeah, so that was the engine change. So I thought that was, that's always going to happen.
That happens.
But
it's
yeah,
just not everything's doesn't matter how much they control things or whatever. It's just the things sometimes break.
Yeah, 100%. We've seen it over the time, and then that leads us into quali.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
But hang on, we'll start with quali. So Sunday
do you want to have a wrestle
was extremely difficult, wasn't it, with the weather?
Oh yeah.
Like,
it always happens.
We'll start from the start. So, and this is like this stuff could knock someone out of finals like very easily. So, going into Sunday quali, right as we got into the car, it started basically a rain shower come in.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't know what you guys were like, but I was like to George, I'm like, put the greens on straight away, just in case we get like 1 or 2 laps, like before it buckets down. So. I stayed in the pits because I was about to roll out on used and George just like changed to green straight away. And then I was like 5th or 4th or something and Macaulay was first and we got through easily, and then you
We got through in 16th and 17th.
Yeah,
so we were nearly out.
Yeah, so you guys were nearly out.
Yeah, and
So I thought we made a pretty good call there, to get through then.
And it's such a gamble. So, like, you guys obviously, that great call to go, yeah, we're going to run greens. But then, like, and maybe this probably was pushed a little bit by me, but I think it's the wrong call now. But it was like, okay, it's starting to rain. It might be hard to get tyre temp. Maybe a used won't be bad. I might be able to get tyre temp up, because my attitude was, if it starts raining more, I might be able to get more temp into a used in the first lap, in the out lap, and then hit it on the first lap. And then it didn't rain. And then, you know, when I went out on my green then, like I pitted, it rained. So I was like, oh, far out. We made the wrong decision here. And I was really nervous. I was like, what, like I was just on the radio. What position are we? I'm not going to be able to go faster than what I did. And luckily they're like, you're 16th. And then I was like, and then I think we dropped back to 17th, but I was like, far out. That is so lucky.
Close.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you've qualified all year anyway, so it's not really.
Yeah, it didn't even end up much better. But the other thing is, I was on a lap, on my in lap, but we're like, nah, we need to pit for greens. So I was actually on for like a 9-0, which would have put me 6th or 7th. But we pitted to get greens. Then it rained when we're in there. So we're pretty close to being out. But, you know, we could have also been a lot further up if we just finished our lap on use. So it's so hard how you run the sessions. And I know people sit at home and, you know, I guess Saturday, going back to Saturday qualifying, like people were unhappy that I ran greens at the start. But you can run the sessions so many different ways.
Oh, and then the weather just makes it so, yeah, and then we get to the second part, and there's obviously it's a top 18, and then the top 10 go in the shootout, right? So then I went out on used and did a lap. My lap wasn't that great on used, to be honest. I can't remember what happened, but I made a little mistake somewhere. But car felt okay. And then went out on greens. Actually, no, maybe I went out on greens straight away. Actually, I think I went out on greens straight away.
You went greens, did you?
Yeah, I think I went green straight away just to make sure it didn't rain. And then, gone out on greens, and literally on my lap, it started like, I was like on a good lap to basically go first, and then it just bucketed down last sector. Just bucketed down, lost 4 tenths to Anton the last sector, and I was like 2 tenths off of him or something. And then I got one more lap. And I see this absolute idiot in front of me wobbling around. Like, you almost spun out last corner to start your lap on the painted line, and you're like 4 seconds or 3 seconds or something in front of me, and I'm like, oh, surely that's plenty enough space. And then you run off in turn one, rejoin back in front of me, just block me for the first quarter of the lap.
And then you protested me. Like, come on, I know, but you didn't have to protest me.
No, I said you impeded me. I actually almost put you in the fence. You're lucky in the final. You were going for final four, which you would have been.
Yeah, so I guess I'll explain my qualifying and then how, you know, the impeding. Obviously, there was a breach put in to say that you can't impede a car, and then I had to go to the stewards and that sort of stuff and plead my case. But I went out on wets to start that qualifying, and then on the out lap, the guys on slicks were pulling away from me, and I'm like, oh no, we're in a bad spot. Came in pitted. Then we're like, yeah, we'll have enough time to go to used. So I did a used set, and then I went out, and then it started. You know how you said it started raining on your lap? It started raining on my lap, but I had to pit on that lap to get in and get greens to have 2 laps on the greens. But instead, I made the call in the car, which was a bad call, that it started to rain, that it might start raining harder. So I've got to stay out on used on the hot ones and try and hit it, and hopefully it's good enough to get in the top 10. Then when I got back round, the tyre was too used. I couldn't do a good enough time. So then I pitted to get greens. And then by the time we got out on the greens, is that I had one warming lap and then I had an out lap and a flying lap, which is when you're behind me. So the tyres weren't up to temperature. So yeah, I got sideways out of the last corner and was like, I just have to try to do what I can do. I thought you were actually cooling it off because I saw you on the lap before. Were you on an out lap that you slowed down, or you were doing a warming lap?
I was trying to get a gap to you.
Oh, so you're doing a warming lap. So I was like, oh, he's slowed down. He's pitting. So I came out of the last corner and I was like, yep, on it. Like, broke into one, definitely not on it. I was like sideways through one, out over the curb,
off the circuit.
Yeah,
off the circuit.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly. You went off the circuit.
Yeah, kind of. I wasn't on the grass.
Not kind of.
Okay, I went off the circuit, came back onto the circuit, and then I got through turn 2, 3, and then going into turn 4, I saw the blue flag. And I'm like, what the hell is the blue flag for? And I look into my rear view mirror, and I couldn't even see anything but nearly your face. Like, you were that hard into my rear. I'm like, oh, far out. I've held him up. And then But I was still on. So the thing is, you're not allowed to impede a car. And when we went into the stewards, so a lot of people like, how did Brown get away with impeding, yourself in qualifying? But the rule is, if you're on for a fast lap, if I'm trying to push for a fast lap, you've got to leave a sufficient distance, pretty much, which you did. But obviously, I was still pushing to try and get my fast lap and hoping to actually get back round to start another lap, because I think we had about 5 seconds or something we ended up being not clear to get another lap. But yeah, pretty much I was still on my fast lap. So how we explain that is, if it was a fully wet qualifying and you were 4 seconds quicker, like at Grand Prix in 2023, we were, you were 2 seconds quicker than third, 4 seconds quicker than, 10th, and we passed 5 people on our qualifying laps. Now, they didn't get penalties because they were pushing as fast as they could go. So that was
because they hadn't set a lap time yet.
Yeah, but even if they were pushing as fast as they go, they shouldn't get penalties. If you're going as fast as you can go, trying to get a lap in, not on an out lap or in lap.
But you left the circuit.
Yeah, not really.
You did.
But leaving the circuit, everyone was doing that there. You'd have to penalise everyone.
Driver's notes.
How much has he started? Can you back me up here, Ainsley? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I went into the stewards and they reviewed it all and they're like, yeah, pretty much.
They just saw that cap you're wearing and just went, it's all good.
Yeah, no. That's what everyone says online. I feel like we get scrutinised quite hard, but...
Do you think Premier's going to start getting the comments about paying the stewards if RD's there, or is it just going to stick with you guys?
Oh, I think I'll just stick with us. Yeah, maybe RD will start taking some heat over to them, but...
Because that's what it always used to be.
Yeah.
That's just, and it still goes on. So I'm like, now he's back. I wonder if it'll leave this team alone.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, I think I had a pretty good case to argue there. I was like, you'd have to penalise someone every weekend. A range of official travel packages are now available for select 2026 rounds with Supercars Travel. Secure your place on the grid early and save 5% on your total package price with the early bird discount promotion. Simply use the discount code EARLY at checkout. It's that easy. From guided track tours to trophy photo opportunities, garage tours, and more, you can get closer than ever before. With the best available range of tickets and convenient local accommodation bundled together, you can do it all with Supercars Travel.
Not really.
Kind of.
No, not really. Because I don't leave the circuit and come back on.
Brodie messaged me. I'll find the messages. Oh, Brodie messaged me like, how the F did you get away with that? And he was like so unhappy about it. And I was like, mate,
I wasn't happy about it.
Oh, you're just like...
I'm like, how can you literally leave the circuit like 4 wheels over the line and it's not even in the friggin' notes? And then it's like, yeah, I understand that they weren't policing the track limits there, but there actually has to be pretty sure in the driver's notes.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can you not actually I don't know.
Well, I think there's 2 arguments towards it because I hadn't actually really set a time yet because I went out on wets.
You did 9-2.
Yeah, but I was still trying to push for my fast lap.
Yeah, but you left the track. It doesn't matter.
I can see what you're saying. Yeah, I guess the leaving the track thing, but I think I got away with leaving the track because so many people were using it. Like we had a thing.
It'd be exactly like me at Adelaide now, getting a curb hop straight away and just going, I'm just still trying to just set a lap, like after setting off the turn 1 or 2 chicane.
Yeah, but if you set off the turn 1, 2 chicane, you can't get a lap where people were bowling it wide there and still setting a lap and they could go faster on their lap. Like you're allowed to use that. There's no track limits at turn 1 there.
Where? Where did it say that? Was it in the driver's notes? I actually don't know if it's in the driver's notes.
No, but there was no track limits. Like as in generally there's a line to say if all 4 wheels go outside the white line.
It was a painted solid line.
Yeah, but no one listened to that. So everyone got away with it.
So the stewards didn't do their jobs properly?
No, well, I feel like I didn't leave the track.
You didn't leave the track?
Because you're allowed to leave the track there. I left the track where I was allowed to leave the track. We'll agree.
You should have went down that grass fucking turf and rejoined at turn 3.
I wasn't that far off the track. Did have some dirt on my tyres, but yeah. So it sounds like we agreed on that one and cleared that one up at least.
Give my hat back.
What else?
And then that just bullied me for the first 3 laps of the race.
Yeah, we're paying him as well. No, but yeah, that was qualifying. So you were 11th after that because
I was 11th. Yeah,
that was I did feel all in all, I did feel bad. I'd rather you up there because at the end of the day, having another person that's not in the finals up the front helps me because all the finalists, again, were in the top 10. So I was disappointed I held you up and disappointed you weren't in there. So I qualified even better today, 17th. So pretty strong, really. That was good.
The other way around, Will.
No, I was 17th. I was
He was
15th
worse on
first day. I was 17th on Sunday. Luckily, there wasn't a third race. And then, and then once again, Lownsy comes up and goes for an interview, and I'm like, oh, far out. This is going to be a tough one as well. And I thought Sunday would be even harder just due to the fact that the soft tyre doesn't degrade as much usually. I usually seem to go better on the super soft with like coming back through the field. So yeah, I thought 17th, I'm going to make it really hard for myself again. A lot of risk, crashes, got to pass Waters, got to pass Payne, Kai. There's so many guys out there that, are going to sort of have it out for you that it'll make it hard. But your first few laps was definitely interesting.
Yeah, I actually had a pretty good start. Then I think I was next to forward or something into turn 1, and then just got boxed in. Then just like had like 3 laps of just getting stuck on the outside
Yep.
places. So that wasn't too much fun.
Sometimes you just can't avoid it as well.
It just happened, and then of course I look like in my mirror lap 3, and then I see your headlights again, and I just see all these blinkers start turning on, and everyone's like, "Go on through, go on through."
Come on, little buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. So then it started raining. And did you stay out on? No, you come in for wets, eh?
No, well, I was confused in this spot because when I was looking at the radar, I had my plane radar thing up on the grid, and I thought that there wasn't a lot behind it. So when we were out, I stayed out too long because Andrew was like, "Oh, what do you reckon the conditions are like?" And I'm like, "Well, I can handle these if there's not more rain coming and it dries." But turned out there was a fair bit behind it, like it saturated the track. So yeah, I probably came.
You got wet, like
quick.
Yeah.
I probably came 1 lap too late, I reckon, that hurt us a little bit, like the guys. But then
you lost
also
like 4 or 5 seconds.
yeah, and also it wasn't 1 lap too late because I would have had to double stack with Brock anyway. So it was just the lap after him. So it worked out not too bad. And I think you came out still in front of me. Were you in front of me? Where were you?
No, you come out in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a slow.
Did you pit on the same lap as me then?
I don't know.
Yeah, not sure. But I came out like I had a pretty good stint because I think that was like, when did the rain come in? That was...
I don't know. I passed a few guys in the rain, but then my tyres fell off in the rain pretty bad.
Yeah, mine just, I don't know how, but ours just really hung on. And that's when I came out. I think I came out in 9th when it was wet.
When it was wet, I was trucking. And then when it was drying out,
Yeah.
was no good.
Yeah, right. Stuffed up your tyre pressures, did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I came out of the pits 9th and then moved up through, and then I got to 5th, and then I saw Golding and Waters having a big battle, and I was like, oh, far out, I've got to go Waters. This is going to be hard. Like, he's going to make it difficult. Cam always races hard, and I got to him, and he tried sort of shuffling Golding at the last corner a little bit to get past him because he knew if he didn't get past him, I was going to get Waters, and then I got to run out of the last corner, but he hit me like twice up the front straight, and then in the brake, so he just turned across and hit me again. And I got like quite loose under braking. Like, it was kind of like, yeah, I see what you're doing. Like, but I was like, far out, this is a bit rude. And then I was looking all in the mirrors, and I think that wasn't, oh no, maybe that was when, no, that wasn't.
Would you like to watch the replay?
Yeah, I'd like to watch
You're
the replay.
going to get drilled again in the YouTube comments. We'll watch the race highlights before you do the podcast.
Am I? Oh, I didn't even read the comments. Sorry, guys. I'll study up. Oh, how do I do that?
And Cam Waters, that was nice work from the team down there.
Oh, here's this. Look how dirty this is.
Really got Waters rolled up. Was there contact? Was it enough to send Will Brown off? At that point, it was enough to get Cam Waters a 5-second penalty.
See, so that's the incident after that everyone's going on about, that Motorsport Australia got it wrong with the thing, but I don't know. So, well, there's two sides to that. So we obviously made contact a fair bit before that, just up the main straight for no reason. But that is what it is. But then that one there, like, a lot of people are saying that, there wasn't contact. One thing is there was definitely contact. There's no way that there wasn't. But I feel like I deliberately avoided an incident. So I don't know about the penalty. Like, I wouldn't go either way. Like, I can see how it fell that way. I can see how it might not fall that way as well. But pretty much people I wasn't going to make the corner. I was making the corner, but the problem is I could see in my mirror that he was at my rear bar, that the perfect point that we know if you turn in, I'm going to get turned around.
Oh, he had like a little bit of overlap.
He had a little bit of overlap. I could see his rears were locked, and I was like, if I turn in here, I'm going around, and with how wet the grass is everywhere there and that, I'm like, there's a high chance that I could get bogged. So I was like, I'm just going to release the brake and run through, because I felt like I was avoiding an incident. Like I say, like, the outcome didn't end up happening. So I'm, who knows on that side with the penalty. But, oh, that's not the part I was meant to be up to. But yeah, I'm not sure. Like, you probably have more of an input on that. But yeah, I definitely felt like in the car, yeah, a lot of people are saying that we didn't make contact. You can see he hit my rear bar. Like, you can see the rear bar flex, and then that's when I lock a wheel. But I just started to release the brake because I'm like, I can't turn in. Like, I've been left no opportunity to turn in.
Let's watch this again.
You watch it. And see what you
Play it again.
Oh,
but you've already had a wiggle before you've turned in. You've already lost the rears.
I didn't lose the rear there.
The thing is that you can't.
Walkinshaw and Treaty United. This was the moment that really got Waters rolled up. Was there contact? Was it enough to send?
But where do I, like, I agree with you, but where do I go there?
Walkinshaw and Treaty United. This was the moment that really got Waters rolled up.
Like, as in, he's made contact behind the rear wheel. Once again, I don't know if it's a penalty, maybe a readdress, like, potentially, and maybe not. I don't know, but I had to run through, really.
To be honest, like, just let it go.
Yeah, and maybe.
Like, there's been plenty of rear bar passes all year. Like, what's the whatever?
Yeah, I don't know.
You've made a few.
I didn't even know, to be honest, that there was 5-second penalty until after the race. Like, I think I passed him back pretty quickly after that.
I can see why they made their decision, because you obviously missed the corner, and Cam was a little bit out of control.
Well, I think...
And so were you.
Yeah, so obviously, I spoke to the stewards about it to try and not to try and understand it, but just to have a chat to them about it. And they were like, well, his rears were locked and sort of made contact with behind the rear wheel.
That's the thing, though, is they sometimes do the if your wheels are locked, but like in the rain, I was locked every single lap there.
Yeah, and that's right. Yeah, but usually it is if you have a locked wheel. Usually you're not in control of the car. That's a lot of the time. Like F1 are using that. A lot of categories are using that. So I think that's where it came about. So I don't know. No one's ever going to be happy at the end of the day. Like I don't really mind either way, to be honest, because I didn't luckily.
I think just let it play on.
Yeah, I didn't get turned around. I got through the grass. I kept going, so it didn't really bother me either way.
There is the recommendation of being up to a certain point, like in front of the rear wheel, but like. The cars are getting so close now in speed. They all got the same or similar setups in them to a point.
Yeah.
Like, they all make speed in the same spots. Like, it's getting harder to pass. Like,
it is, yeah.
If you have overlap on someone, the car on the outside shouldn't just be allowed to, like, turn in. Or if they do and they have to get spun, well, that's on them.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what Woody did. Like, Woody just, at thingy was like, nah, I got to try and make sure Will doesn't pass me, so just turned in. So, yeah, I think there's some onus always on the outside car to make sure that there's not because, like, people, I definitely noticed on the weekend, like, the racing with, like, even Chaz in the wet, like, he moved across a bit, like, and I was in there fairly hot, but, like, I felt like people were just like, oh, who cares? We're just going to try see if we can sort of make a bit of action here. Guys that weren't in the finals or who were already through. So, yeah, it was interesting, but I think the worst thing about the penalties is you can't keep everyone happy, like, no matter what in that role. Like, it's so hard to let everything go, but then you penalise one thing and everyone's unhappy about that. So it's a very, very hard thing to get it right every time.
Yeah, that's true. But I think if you just put the onus more on the outside car, if there is any overlap, well, then...
The outside car. Well, that's like when I went over and raced those New Zealand open wheelers, they're like, if you're on the outside, it's pretty much your own fault if you go off. Like... You just got to nearly let them go.
Yeah, that's been used this point as well. Like, New Zealand.
Is that for supercars?
That's been said here as well.
Yeah,
like,
maybe that was in supercars, actually.
If that happened in New Zealand with me and Chaz,
with
and
you.
like Chaz could just drive me off the track on exit, but then like if I go push him in the rear bar, it's not allowed.
Yeah. I think that as well, though, is that a lot of people obviously, like, you know, when I came through the field, oh, you hit him here and you did this and you did that. But one thing for the drivers, and you know you're a smart driver, there's things you can get away with and things you can't. Like, you've got to know how to, you know, how far up along you are to, if they turn in, whether you get away with that pass and all of that. And I think us drivers have a pretty good understanding of that, a lot of us, to what's touch and go now.
Yeah, well, like, it's, to be honest, you can really just bomb a corner now, and as long as you're not locked, and you can sort of almost run, not wide, but you can run the other car out of road, and it's like sort of play on type thing.
Yeah, so that was interesting. It was a good race.
I think just let more things go, let drivers get the respect with each other on track. And it's like you said, don't do something you don't want done to you.
Yeah, I agree.
If you put it into the more on the onus of the drivers.
Yeah, I think that it'll come round. Like, I was thinking about that because I was like, I don't want to cause an enemy for Adelaide, because if I wasn't in the top 4 and somebody caused an enemy, like Cam punted me off at Adelaide to get into Adelaide, he's going to find it pretty hard to get through Adelaide. You know what I mean? And have a clean weekend and everything, because you've kind of got an enemy out there. So I tried racing everyone as in a way that I'm not causing enemies that won't want me to do well at Adelaide. And I think that that's probably a fair bit that people over the next couple of years.
If we can't race, we might as well just do time trials.
Yeah, but when you race it, no, I agree. Yeah,
like we got doors, we got all the stuff, we got panels,
got seat belts.
Yep.
So should be right.
Yep.
Just run into
I've
them.
tested them.
Yeah, you definitely
work.
tested yours. Yeah, Gold Coast. I thought yours might have snapped there, but
You saying I'm fat?
no. That's gold. And then the only other one was the Matty Payne versus Waters, which I think we covered a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we covered that a fair bit, but I don't know.
It's easy to do in hindsight.
It is easy to do.
Here we go. Here's the come
clip.
on shot. Hand it over.
Come on, Ains. You can watch this one. What do you think? Oh, he's got to run. Matty Payne down the inside. Oh, that was a big lunge.
Oh, so Cam's unsettled him here.
Oh, yeah, Cam did the same to me. It was... Oh.
But they've been hot anyway. Both.
Oh. This is pretty good racing, actually.
Yeah, that's good. Look at him turning into him here.
Yeah, Cam's giving it to him.
These 4 wheels over the curb.
See, Waters... Oh. Oh. I thought he was going to hit the fence on the right side. Oh, look at you go. Oh, that's 2 spots. Oh.
So
imagine that moment in the car.
Yeah, so I think Payne did steering and they both did a rear damper as well, I think.
So who do you think? Do you think both them were just play on, or like Cam probably was the instigator, I would say, but you can understand why on his point of view. Like you say,
Play on.
I
think so. I mean,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yep.
We might as well just time trial.
Yeah. No, I'm all for it. Like it was definitely hard racing, but like you say, it's just one of those things
we're in the entertainment industry. Like we race, but it's also entertainment. So
yeah, I really enjoy it. Just when it's not me.
After all, people do like watching 2 guys fight on a mat in an octagon. So
yeah, yep, true. Just trying to do it in our cars now. So yeah, I think.
Are you saying you're going to use your car as a weapon?
Can you cut this, Ains? No. Yeah. So no, the Matty Payne one was.
Come on, Ains, come and shot.
Yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, it was good hard racing. Like you say, at the end of the day, it was good racing. But that leads us into the probably getting. Oh well, one thing we did want to cover off was Woody. I feel sorry for him. Like another mechanical failure. Like I just can't. Like I know that team puts in the effort as well. They're definitely wanting to be up there. I just can't believe they've had so many mechanical failures. Like he's been doing such a good job to have one at Bathurst, one at Gold Coast.
At Adelaide.
Pardon?
Imagine if it bites Chaz at Adelaide.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. You can't just go, "Oh, we're lucky it was Woody." Well, if they're happening a lot, it could definitely happen.
And
to
they're
Chaz.
definitely not favouring one car over the other because they need both cars up there to.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah.
It does amaze me that 3 rounds in a row he's had a mechanical thing. Like if you have one mechanical drama in the year, you're upset. To have 3.
Yeah. Maybe we can ask Brian Walkinshaw if he wants to come on, but I think he's a bit scared.
No, Ryan wanted to come on.
I think he's a bit scared.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Yeah, just let him know that. He might come on. And then we thought we'd finish. Oh no, we got a little bit, but the 2025 Drivers' Championship, if it was still the 2024 format. So if we were still last year's point scoring, so most consistent car for the year wins, we thought we'd have a quick look at maybe like the top 5, and that would be that Brock going into this weekend would be 286 points ahead.
So turn the
from
TVs
Matt.
off.
Yeah. There's no entertainment. Brock's he's only got to roll around on the Friday afternoon race, collect 16 more points, or just any points.
Yeah.
And he's
pretty much.
sorted. He's won the championship. So once again, people that like the old format, it's I can see that Brock has been the most consistent car, but that wouldn't be very interesting at Adelaide, just, him winning it on the Friday. And then from there, it just kind of is what it is the weekend. Me and Matty Payne, I'd be 100 points behind him. And then Cam's 300 points behind me. So pretty much I think the top 6, no, let's even go more. The top 7 at Adelaide would struggle to move positions.
Yep.
So you've got 100 points between...
I'm basically in 6.
Sorry, yeah, you've got 200 points between you and Chaz. He's got 100 points to Cam, and then Cam's got 250 to me. So I'm 100 to Matt. So pretty much no one can move position. So you're going into Adelaide with no excitement in the championship, really, I would say.
I mean, you're racing for...
A win.
Yeah, but honestly, this 4 guys going for that's going to spice things up. And
Oh, yeah.
What about the 50 grand on the Friday?
I've got to go to car yard for the next 3 days trying to sell cars just to get enough cash in to pay people for Adelaide. I've got to get there.
And you're not talking about, you're talking about just, people for Adelaide, obviously, aren't you?
Yeah, not drivers, obviously, of course.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. But so we've got to get out of here soon, Ain, so I can go try and flog some cars. But looking to take your ride to the next level? Wheel Pros Australia has you covered. With the biggest range of performance wheels, tyres and accessories, they bring the world's most iconic brands right to your driveway. From Fuel Off-Road and KMC to Rotiform and American Racing. Whether you're chasing off-road toughness, street performance, or that perfect show-stopping style, Wheel Pros has the gear to match. Don't just drive, stand out. Visit wheelpros.com.au today and find the perfect fit for your car. Yeah, so I don't know. I think the new format is quite interesting. It's definitely more exciting than what this year would have been if it played out the way it's looking like it would have if it was the old format. But yeah, you can do our segment on our lucky pup.
Yep.
No, we got to talk about our sponsored driver.
Oh, nearly forgot Cooper.
P3 in the last race.
Oh, yes. People are going to want our sponsorship again now.
I've already had people DMing me. Came in
Have you?
McLeod sent me a DM and he said $2,000 for the rear the rear windscreen banner on his car.
But did he not listen? We don't want DMs, we want videos.
Yes, and
We
he
want-
didn't do a video. So Cameron,
Yeah.
read,
up.
mate.
Yeah.
And listen.
Yeah,
Actually,
people
just
need to
listen.
read the T's and C's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Really
T's and
gets
C's
on
are
my nerves.
videos. See, I think maybe we
And
have...
when entries are open.
Yeah.
Are we going to do something for Adelaide?
Well, I'm not sure. See, yeah, maybe for Adelaide. I was thinking... we had a few
categories are
comments.
I'll have a look.
Well, because
Have a
86 is up there. Obviously.
We had a few comments of people like, oh, can I tip in $100 here and there? So I was thinking maybe what we should do, and we probably can't get this ready for Adelaide, but for next year, is that we do a Lucky Dogs fan car or sponsorship, and then we will match whatever the fans contribute to the car. So, up to a certain amount. So we could get a bunch of fans, and maybe we can, if you donate, we can give them something or do whatever or come check it out. But we'll have it as a fan-sponsored car. And then we have 5 people, and our fans choose on a poll who they think we should sponsor out of the 5.
Yeah.
So we don't choose. We'll choose 5 people. Our fans tip in, we might only get $500. We could get $3,000. We match the $3,000, sponsor them for $6,000, and then they choose who sponsors it. Get the fans involved.
Can you stop being such a used car dealer right now? Like,
I think it'd be good. I think, if I was a fan, I'd tip in $25 to sponsor someone that I think was a good young kid coming through.
Yeah.
Maybe. See what
Maybe.
happens.
what about our merch?
What do you guys reckon?
Has merch got lost in the mail or where is it?
Ain, she's just slacking
Enough.
off lately.
Where is it?
We spoke about this last time. We said early mid-December.
You actually said late November. No, I'm
No, I
joking. I said
didn't.
late November. So good job to Cooper, though. That was cool. Good.
Did you get your cup?
Yeah, I got my cup. Did you get
He
yours?
gave us a gift, so well done, Cooper.
I brought it. Oh, we'll have to go get it and show it before. It's in my backpack. That's
Out
out
there?
there. Yeah.
I'll go get it.
Yeah,
Can
go grab
we
it.
show it?
Oh, it won't matter.
Yeah.
It's a
these are the
gift.
categories for Adelaide.
Okay, categories for Adelaide. So who may we think about sponsoring?
Come on, name them off.
I can't even read this. We got Aussie Cars, which is one that we could do. I don't know if we can afford a Carrera Cup car yet. You know, their headlights are worth more than what we can sponsor right now. We got Trans Am, which would be a good one. Which we had a few. Yeah, we had a few good entries from Trans Am actually.
Yep. I reckon let's do a Trans Am.
We got Super 2, but once again, yeah, I'd like to sponsor a Super 2, but
Let's try to do Super 2.
Super 2.
Yeah, I've got Super 2s there. Let's try to do Super 2.
Okay, we're going to sponsor a Super 2 car apparently,
Okay.
and Brodie's paying this time because it sounds like it's going to cost more.
What about Blake Tracy? Is he running it?
Yeah, I was saying that. Like Trans Am, he did a very good job of his video. We'll have a
Yeah,
think
but that
about
was
it.
for the previous entry, so that everyone's going to do it again if they want to get sponsored.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, just think about, like,
Think about how Cooper Barnes won, pretty much. Just make it funny.
think about it, and then also think about what you're doing for the rest of your sponsors when you're doing the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are we opening it to all categories or just Super 2?
Super 2 and Trans Am.
Super 2 and Trans Am?
Yep.
And you need to post the video on your public account to
Yep.
go into the draw. So
And
don't
tag
DM
us.
it to us and say, here's
Yep.
my proposal.
And tag us.
Upload it.
Yep. And tag us, and we will reshare it on our channels.
Yeah, we need a collab request.
Yep.
How much are we giving them? We're going to go broke. This podcast doesn't make any money.
I really hope some people buy some merch.
Oh, actually, I forgot. Ainsley's up this time to pay the bill. It's your go, Ainsley. Bloody double stack bringing in all the cash these days.
Did anyone watch the 86 races on the weekend?
I watched the massive shunt.
Because we've got our, obviously, Cooper got 7th and 3rd, right?
13th, 7th, and 3rd.
Yeah, 13th. Oh, so he moved
was
forward.
coming.
He said he was struggling with qualifying, so I think he must have been talking to you.
He's a real lucky dog then. He's really taken from after
Yeah,
me.
but he raced forwards in all the
Yep.
races, so and it looked like he had all these panels on his car and all these headlights, and you know.
Yep, as long as the bonnet was there with lucky dogs on it, that's
I
amazing.
was hoping. So Rylan was hanging out with us on the weekend.
Yep.
Gray, and he knows Cooper and said he's quite funny and stuff, and he said he's got some gifts.
Yeah.
So I thought he was maybe going
I
to give us the bonnet, and I was getting really excited.
We could have hung it up.
Imagine
Yeah.
that. We could have got the bonnet. He did
Yeah.
actually come through with the gift, which he's given
He's
us here.
You know what the funniest thing is, Will? You know how he got it to your garage?
How?
He gave it to J-Dub.
So he's walked up to Jamie Whincup with this Lucky Dogs schooner, which I will use, and that's awesome. That's great that he just thought, yeah, I'll get. Imagine J-Dub looking in there like, what the hell is this gift for Will? So thanks, Cooper. We appreciate it. You're our second sponsored driver. So
I like the thought out packaging too. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
it's like a.
like, what's the pen for? That's another thing.
No, it's got. Look, read it. Read the pen.
Read the pen.
It's got writing on it.
Oh. Stolen from Barnes, number 186. What does that mean?
That's his race number.
Oh, that's his race number. Oh, that's very nice of him. What a good fella.
So,
Oh, well, very good. We're happy that we sponsored you. Even got a gift. So that's great. But
Lucky
yes.
Pup segment.
Lucky Pup segment. Yep,
Yep.
this one's on you.
Sorry, one more.
Oh.
Ride day. Super 2 kids not allowed to do laps.
Oh,
You
Yeah,
nearly
I've put
forgot
this
your
in here.
favourite part.
yeah. Guys, this is just painful to even talk about. So we've got Lockie Dalton,
Zach Bates.
Zach Bates, Roland Gray. I think there's one more.
Lockie, you said Lockie Dalton? Oh, no, he's driving for Erebus, so he would have been allowed to drive. Is
Jared.
no, Job Stewart?
Oh, Job. Yeah, he was grouped with. He's
grouped with them.
So the rule is that if you drive in Super 2 and you're grouped with the main series team, you cannot drive
For another main series
for
team.
another main series team. So, yeah, Rylan, with approval from Tickford, we asked, I said, "Oh, can you come drive our car the ride day? You know, we've got passengers in there." and stuff, and just to I guess meet some of our partners and stuff like that, and do some laps in a Gen 3 car, and there's a rule that says you can't do it.
Yeah, well, I guess the best way to... Zach Bates drove with Triple Eight this year in the wild card, driving for Eggleston Motorsport, signed with Matt Stone Racing, wanted to go and start getting laps for Matt Stone Racing for next year at the ride day and just get affiliated with the team, and wasn't allowed to drive their cars, I guess, because Supercars have said no.
Yeah.
So that was the same for, like you say, obviously Rylan and the other guys.
And they brought this rule in because of what was happening before, where like you guys are going to drive Premier cars at test days and stuff like that. That was the intention of the rule, but I think
should just be you get approval.
Yeah, but you can ask for approval, and they said no. It's in there.
Well, then you can't get approval, I guess.
But I just don't know why. Like, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know why. I think that, especially for the young guys coming through, like, you need to get as many laps as you can. It would have been great for all those guys to jump in and not even just drive the car, to be honest. It's great to start working with the mechanics and engineers, or like just all of that sort of stuff. Just start being, and you can stand there and all that and talk to them, but it's not the same. So I think it would have been good for those guys to get some laps with the teams that they're going to be driving with.
Yeah, I mean, every lap helps. But I saw Ollie Wickham, who won the GR Cup Championship on the weekend. He got to drive the Erebus car.
Yep.
So he was pretty stoked about that.
Did he get to drive that?
Yeah, Barry gave him a drive of that.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he got to
Barry's good like that. He has given a lot of young guys, their first laps in supercars.
Yeah, so he gave him a lap, and he got to take his father for a few hot laps, which was pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was...
Amazing. Obviously, awesome he won the championship. I just can't believe that's to win a championship without winning a race. He must just been so consistent. Apparently, he's second and third just all the time.
Yeah, he's always fast.
Yeah.
He's very well matured for a 16-year-old.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like you wouldn't see that very often, but obviously he did a great job. Just probably unluckily didn't win a race and won the championship. So good on him. But that's cool. He got laps. I didn't realize he got to drive.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. But that moves us to our lucky pup segment.
Yep.
So I picked this one as Pip Casabine. Sorry if I've pronounced your last name wrong.
That's all right.
I think he's done 2 rounds in GR Cup, and he's running up the front straight away.
Is he?
Yeah.
So what was it, like top 3?
Yeah, he was like running top 3.
Oh, far out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And has he come out of the what's the other 80?
Karting.
Karting.
I believe, yeah.
Oh, that's very fast.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought he might have come out of the 86 series, not the GR Cup.
I think he's done some scholarship stuff, but yeah, he's like pretty fresh out of it and done a really good job. So.
How old is he? Just make up a number. 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah. That's fine. Ainsley will look it up anyway and correct us if we're wrong. Okay, well, congratulations on that for the lucky pup. But that's about it so far. Are we sorted now, Ains?
We got some Q&As.
Oh, Q&As.
Oh, my favourite part. Guys, we love your Q&As, honestly.
Yeah, we need a bit more, spice to them.
Yeah, come on.
How is pit lane going to look next year with 2 3-car teams?
Yeah, this one's been asked a lot, and I don't know.
There's been so many rumours about this, hey?
Oh, I don't know.
About them releasing more wrecks and I don't know.
I think you have to really group BJR's third car and our third car together, because how does a boom work otherwise?
We have to.
I think you have to. So I'm not sure. Like I say, like that's a duddo question that would be, I guess.
I reckon they should pit 3 cars under one boom.
I was waiting for that.
Triple stack.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine a triple stack. Far out.
Well, the way you qualify, you'd be the last one in there.
I'd really have to come back through. Yeah, we're not. I wouldn't say we have an exact answer on that one yet. So not sure.
Is Will going to purposely qualify bad to keep his race streak continuing?
I'm thinking about just not qualifying, just taking greens through to the race. Like I was only 6 spots off last anyway. I might as well have just taken greens for every run. So I don't know. I'm not purposely qualifying there, guys. A few people are actually asking now. Like they're like, "Are you deliberately doing it? Is there some strategy to it?" I'm like, "No, I'm
There probably will be in Adelaide. You watch all the top 4, top 3 qualify will close, and then you're down the back, and then they'll take each other out in the first race or something, and you're just driving through.
Oh, that's right. But no, not deliberately.
Do you think an AFL-style draft could work on supercars where new young talent goes to lower teams?
Don't think so.
No, because the lower teams need to get funding as well, and unfortunately, you get better funding and all of that.
Yeah.
And You need an experienced guy.
There's not
generally.
enough. And it's going to sound really ruthless, but I reckon it always comes. The talent comes in waves, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's like when I play a bad ping pong player. I struggle to get better. All the good guys, they race together, they get better together.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've gotten very good at ping pong, by the way, if anyone wants to know.
Who have you
But
been playing?
myself.
I just can't do shit.
That is so
How
random.
much did it cost you to find all those people shorter than you for the ride day photos, Will?
I'm running out of cash quickly, guys, like very quickly. No, that was actually a thrifty giveaway prize, and that lady won it. So luckily, it just made me look very tall, and she was not very tall. But that was not set
the
up.
competition? Was it
It was just...
was it like a requirement to be below your height?
yeah, yeah, that's right. You're only allowed to come if you're below 150 centimetres.
There's one that says we need the name of the Etsy witch. So
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
put that on story.
Do you want
After Adelaide,
Yeah.
because I don't want anyone else to use it.
Do you reckon she'd start doing free ones since we're about to get her a whole bunch of
Work?
business?
Yeah.
And put an affiliate link.
It's done.
in
It's
the
done to
top.
come together, Ains. If I win the championship, like
I want my
Oh.
$12.40 back.
$12.40. Give you more than $12.40 if that makes it work. I can tell you that much.
Clip that in. Brodie, who do you think's going to win the championship? You've got to be brutally honest.
Ooh.
I think Chaz can do it.
He's definitely a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been his qualifying performance is now really good. Yeah. I don't know. He was actually fast there last year too, and they've definitely gotten better. Like he was on pole there last year. Him and Brock were racing the last race, the finale for the win. Remember, and then they sort of took each other out.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to say my name still, but that's all right. No, I'm only kidding. No, I can see that. Chaz's been fast. He's been qualifying well. Does a good job there. Obviously it was your question. I think there's three guys that can definitely win it there, but Chaz's definitely a threat, that's for sure.
Yeah, Kai's also been there a bunch too, and they're always fast around there.
True. Yeah. You probably can't rule him out at the end of the day.
Yep.
Cool. That's us done of episode, I don't know.
14.
14.
You said 13 at the start, that's 14.
14. Oh, bugger. Stuff that up. But yeah, episode 14, all complete. So thanks for listening again, guys. Looking forward to trying to bring a few more episodes to you guys.